I mean, they can turn off your power to purchase, to buy gas, to pay bills. They can turn off your car now, right?
Turn off your credit. You turn off your credit card. Many people have been denied bank accounts in my country, but they can turn off your credit. Your bank card. They can freeze your bank card. I did a talk on this just a few days ago, and there's that verse in Revelation: "No man may buy or sell, save he have the number of the beast in his forehead or on his right hand." And when I was a kid, that was impossible.
Right.
You would just get a fiver out your wallet if you had it. You spend some money, but now it's quite possible that cash could be discontinued, and you would need a card, and for your card to work, you would need a digital identity. And then it's just a matter of time. Stupid people like me, Jimmy, the ordinary plebs of the country, I'd probably lose my card somewhere.
Yeah.
Who knows, deliberately on purpose, I might lose it. So, wouldn't it be just easier, instead of having to get your wallet out and get your card out and swipe your digital identity card every time you went shopping, wouldn't it be easier just to put a little chip under there, like we do with dogs? Wouldn't that be, and just scan it? And that would combine your digital identity with your purchasing history.
Yeah.
Just so stupid people like me wouldn't get it wrong. There we are. That's scanned. Whether it's in your right hand or your forehead, what difference does it make? It could be a facial recognition software. It's actually quite frightening, because what that means is someone could switch it off. I could go to the shop. I could go to the shop, scan my right hand or whatever it was, or if it was in my case, I refused to have it. And they'd say, "Well, sorry, mate, you can't buy anything here because you haven't got a mark in your right hand." You can see this terrifying prophecy coming true because the technology is there to facilitate that. And if that prophecy is not there as a warning, what the heck is it there for?
Right.
Let's learn from that warning.
They say they chip you for your convenience. Everything's going to be more convenient, but what they're really doing is they're chipping you for obedience.
My dog's got a chip.
Mm-hmm.
All dogs have a chip in the United Kingdom, because if they run away, you scan it and say, "Oh, that's
right.
John's dog."
Right.
Poor thing. Let's take it back to John's house.
Right.
Which is great. But I don't want a chip that's scanned to put every. And then when you can combine that with artificial intelligence, a corrupt government has got complete knowledge of everything. What was that author called? George someone, who wrote 1984. I've got a picture of him in the background all the time, the late great liar, Eric Blair, who's better known as George Orwell. He predicted this. 1984, of course, was published in 1948. But, 1948, 2048 is coming around pretty quick. The technology is now there, and digital ID is just another thing that makes that possible. And our current government, I trust them as far as I can kick them, to be quite honest. I don't trust them with this technology. Yeah. It's as simple as that. I don't trust them, and I think the capacity for abuse and control is immense. So the control agenda, the financial control agenda is there. I don't think they're going to need another pandemic, Why bother with the inconvenience of a pandemic when you can have cards sticking in someone's hand,
Mm-hmm. And the sad thing is, there's going to be a lot of people who are eager to get that done to them. That's
yep. And the digital ID cards are the first step towards that. But to say you can't go shopping with a digital ID without a digital ID, that's a pretty small step.
Yeah.
We don't want you. To be fair, Jimmy, we don't want useless eaters on the planet, do we?
Useless eaters.
We don't want useless eaters. People like me that just consume food and don't do anything useful. I can be safely eliminated. What's the problem?
That's right.
This is, there's people in the world, it's a joke, but there's people in the world think like this, and it's terrifying.
I know.
And we don't want to give these people control.
They've got it, and it's up to us to fight back against it. So
it certainly is. Yeah, we don't want digital ID cards. Thank you very much. So especially combined with artificial intelligence. But we're going to get them because this government's going to enforce them on us.
Yeah. Well, good luck. Yeah. Dr. John Campbell.
We're going to need it. We're going to need it.
Dr. John Campbell, it's been a real treat to have you on. I really appreciate you being generous.
It's been a pleasure, Jimmy. Thank you for all you've done.
And thank you for all your guidance and for your courage to speak out and tell the truth during these really dark times. I really appreciate it. You're a real hero for everybody here at the show.
try and follow the evidence wherever it leads. Even if we don't like where it leads, we'll still try and follow it.
Everybody should check out Dr. John Campbell's YouTube show. I do all the time. It's fantastic. Thank you so much again. I hope we can talk again soon.
I hope so, Jimmy. That was great. Yeah. Some important topics, though. Let's hope people are listening.
Yes. Come see me on tour. I'll be in Sacramento, San Francisco.